reviewsell.webs.com. Don't forget to donate to Sickle Cell Research. The last quick opinion got me in the horror mood, so I decided to take a look at the actual game, Fatal Frame 2. This is the English version, so first of all, let's get into it. You have the game mode. Most people don't talk about the mini games. I like to talk about them because it's part of what you're gonna do in in your spare time. A lot of it has to do with maybe don't be afraid mode, where you test your sanity. The Wii remote will be used, and it'll kind of tell if you're shaking a little bit, if you're scared. And after that, they'll give you a little opinion of how fearful you were. You'll level up. You'll earn things. There's also a doll search mode where you look for a doll that this Lady K, I like to call her, wants you to find. There's also modes where you'll walk around the house and kind of just press the A button on a kind of a route where it'll steadily try to scare you once in a while with some ghosts, and you'll be kind of forced to look at them. I found a little bit of a problem with my Wii remote. I'm not sure if it's the game itself or not, but I always seem to be pointing towards the left direction. Anyway, after that, she'll give you her rating and tell you about yourself based on how paranoid you were, how much you were shaking, how much you looked at the ghost. I'm not exactly sure why she rates this way or how she does it, but it's an interesting take, and it has a little paragraph of knowledge. Besides that, the game can be a little bit boring with mini games on ones where you're just forced to walk straight and don't have anything to be really afraid of. There also are some mini games where things will chase you, which I enjoyed a lot. There's different paths you can take throughout the mini game at some places, like a fork in the road. Finding your way around the house can be boring unless you have something chasing after you, or maybe if you have to search for an item or take pictures of a certain type of ghost. You might have to find the dolls, like I said, or even check behind you once in a while just in case the ghost is catching up. Besides that, I would say I really enjoyed this little addition to the mini game section. You can also go into the settings menu to make it a little more scary. I would say always go for the darker rather than the lighter in a horror game. Obviously, you don't want to see everything that's around you. You want to kind of be afraid. Even playing this at night is a good idea. So let's get on to the story itself. You're a bunch of young girls who got interested in haunted houses. That's not really the case, but I don't want to spoil the story because it does get really interesting. You find a type of camera that allows you to take pictures of ghosts and actually harm them. That's the only way you can harm the ghost in this game, pretty much. You upgrade your camera with different films, and some films are stronger than others. Different things like shutter speed will be increased and how long it takes to reload your film. It's a really nice take, and I really enjoyed the fact that it's like a gun for other first-person shooter games, but it's not. It's very unique, interesting take on the genre of horror games. You also find these little lanterns where you can save in between, and they're often spread around very close, so you don't have to worry too much about losing your progress. You find little letters and information that tells you about the game world and the storyline and who was here before you. Now, throughout the game, you have sections where you take pictures of ghosts. Don't worry, there's a little radar that tells you kind of where they are. It glows red whenever they're nearby. You might need to shake yourself off from them if they actually grab you, and that also harms your health. You also have a partner nearby you, and she's kind of ditzy, kind of bumps into you a lot, got a little annoying. But besides that, you have to make sure she doesn't get hurt either at some sections of the game. So when you're actually hitting these ghosts, you have to kind of make sure you focus on them. Close pictures work to do more damage, maybe if you hit them in the head. I know, a little gimmicky. It sounds a little gimmicky, but it works. It works very well. Besides that, I do find that the game can be a little slow on the gameplay wise, because it's trying to make you a little more scared. Your girl's gonna walk around really slowly. She's gonna pick up items really slowly, but there's a point to that because your ghost can pop out and you need to slow down and move your hand away from them if you get it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose some damage. There's also lots of ghosts around that you can attack, so it's important that you always have that quick shutter speed, that speed to pick up your camera and take a picture of them to gain more points, because points will help you unlock more things for your camera that would help you in the game further along down the line. It is also very easy, even though there's no actual location where you have to go, where it tells you kind of go this way, go this way. It doesn't hold your hand that much because it's an older game, but at the same time, it does get really easy on the easy mode. It might be better to start off in the normal. Overall, it's a great game. I feel like it's going to scare you. It's going to get you with a few spooks, as you will. It'll do a few jump scares once in a while, but it's very interesting. The storyline, there's several different endings. It's a great buy, I would say. And if you get a chance to play on the Wii, there's lots of extras in comparison to the PlayStation 2 version. So you should definitely try it out, and I hope you enjoyed it.